Before you new guys and some of you old subscribers, man, beat me up in the comment section, let me explain a few things. You remember this engine here? $200 engine from the junkyard, come out of an Aviator. The Aviator was clean. That should have been a red flag right there. A clean Aviator? So I'm like, okay, let's see what's up with it. Check the dipstick. Dipstick is good. No knocking, no nothing. The car sounded great. Well, the SUV sounded great. Now, took the engine home. Lo and behold, there's a mess. So, before you guys go to the junkyard, man, you really got to check out the car. All right? The engine that you're picking up will be bad, especially if it's a 4.6 double overhead cam Ford. You know that the timing guides are going to be bad. That's a given, right? So, let's jump right into the video. Yo, welcome back to the BST 4-channel Wingnuts. What's going on? What is happening? Today, we're going to crack open some oil filters. Picked up this engine from the junkyard, 4.6 double overhead cam, to keep you guys all up to date. If you have an engine that you want to pick up from the junkyard, man, I think the best thing to do is to crack open the oil filter and you can really get what's going on with that engine. The reason why I brought this up is that with this engine here that I just picked up from the junkyard, this oil filter it came off of, the engine was running, it sounded good. I didn't see anything on the dipstick, and lo and behold, I'm thinking it was pretty good, and I got a bad situation all in the process. Now we're just going to go ahead and crack these open, right, and then we're going to see what we got going on with these oil filters here. Now this one here is a CarQuest. Cheap spots where they get oil changes, this is what they're going to have in it. That's if you're in the New Jersey area anyway. And then, you know, the Napa Gold. So what we're going to do is crack this one open. Now me, I like to use this right here to open up stuff. It's going to be kind of hard to really do it. Alright, now we got the thing open. Alright, you can see all the gray in there. Now you would already know just by cracking this open that this is a situation. I mean, you can even see the particles inside there too and everything. You know, it's a lot. And that's will be the best way to see if your engine you're about to pick up is beat up. It'll be inside this joint here. This engine over here, the one I'm tearing down, which was the worst one, this black one here is from the one that I did first, which wasn't really that bad. This thing is hard to come off, so what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna start chopping away at this. Now this one took me a little minute. Now see this one here? This one is not too bad. Now it's bad. Still see some shavings in there, but you still see oil color, but you can see some sparkles in here. Now this would have told me that the engine isn't too bad, but the other one, dude, that wasn't rocking at all, bro. Seriously, not at all. Now let's switch gears to lash adjusters. Now this situation here, you could probably see some of the gray in there. That's not even like dark oil or burnt oil or anything like that. Right here you can see a lot of it right here. It's really bad. Now here's what happened. Again, for you new subscribers or people who are just watching the video wondering why the oil was so gray. And why was it gray? Well, here it is. This item here had failed. This is a chain tensioner, right? Normally on the left side is the one that goes. I have two engines and both on the left side have failed. And when that happened, right, it causes this chain, right, to ride on this rail because it starts to slap and it breaks the plastic piece because the plastic is brittle due to heat, oil, and all of that stuff there. Breaks off, and then this chain starts to ride on this. Right now it starts to grind, which this oil filter cannot handle that situation at all. Alright, so some of the particles start to pass through this and it gets to the oil pump, and then you start seeing the scarring on the oil pump. But before all of that happens, or maybe simultaneously, the lifters take a crap. Now you may have a loss in horsepower now because these lifters cannot open the valves all the way. It's just no good, man. You need lifters. Now I took these lifters out of the single overhead cam. Maybe I can salvage a few to save a little bit of money, but no bueno. These were bad also. Some of them are like kind of good, maybe 2 or 3 of them like that. There's only 2 out of there that are pretty decent. I don't know. It's very few of them is going to be working, and that's just how that operates. Now we go to the engine. Now we have a situation where we got the timing all on. Everything is looking good. Now you can see there that that is a used guide right there. That came out of a Terminator motor. The guy went with some MMR parts and everything, and he had some pretty decent guides that he had in there previously, and man, it didn't have that much wear on it at all. All the timing components to share the same chain and everything. The grooves on it is pretty good. you know. I mean, listen, we're doing a junk build, man, and you know, you think I'll be bullcrapping when I'm saying, hey, I'm using used stuff. You can go over on this side here, you know, check that out. See that? You know, and then another one. You see that there? You know, and we go right here. You see all of that? You can even feel the grooves on it. I used the same chain that he used and everything, and that's where I got these from. But I got the whole set for $50 along with this right here, because mine was dirty, as you can see here. That's how the engine looked all inside. What we did here is that we cleaned this as much as we can. Brake clean, toothbrush, just a lot of lubrication in here. And then what we did the whole trick right here. Pumped some oil in here, and then we used a you know, zip tie to hold it, and then a lot of oil started to come through the situation. A lot of gray oil. All right, right there. We got that front bearing right there starting to you see the oil coming out of there. Nice little stream. Looks clean at the moment. And then we come up here. Yeah, these things now, it's soaking with oil up here now. Now once it was dirty, now it's starting to look clean. Especially this one right here. You can actually see through the oil versus a few seconds ago. Like, see, this one here is still murky. So that one is filled, you know, dirty and everything with oil. Now, as we backtrack back to the lash adjusters, now these, it's no good. Moves back and forth. This is no good. Now these that I have over there, they're a little bit better. As you can see, it has a lot more bottom to it. Now these are actually not that bad. Also another one, not that bad also. Those need to go ahead and soak, and those will probably pump right back up. This one here is a little lazy. We'll leave that one to the side maybe. But most of these are all good. Now the importance of this, man, you got to change your oil. And most of you guys out there, you older guys, you know the importance of changing your oil, man, and you got to do this. Now, if you want to go buy some lifters off of eBay, all right, please do yourself a favor. Okay, if you guys see right there, there's dimples on there. Now, all the Ford joints will have the dimples just like that. Now, if you pick the aftermarket joint, you got to make sure it got some dimples on there. See, the cheap Chinese ones will skip a process right there where it crimps down this lash adjuster, and you know, it makes it weak, and you just know that it's just really cheap. You know what I'm saying? Because they wouldn't do this to a cheap one, would they? No, they do it to a good one to make sure all the goodies inside will stay in. You know what I mean? So make sure when you go on eBay or anything like that, you make sure you got these little dimples on here, man. It's very important to have that on there. So man, as we get back to this build over here, woo boy, I'm just making sure I get everything right, man. I'm checking out the wires and everything. Every once in a while I come in here and, you know, figure out a few things, oil pan and clearances and everything like that. That's what I'm doing behind the scenes. But before I even get into depth about that, man, I want to thank my man Brian. Thank you so much for the donation towards the channel, brother. Yo, you've been a solid guy throughout. Thank you so much for that, man. And this is going straight to some stuff, man, for the build here, man. And you know, we don't really like to use a lot of new parts. I like to use a lot of used parts because I'm trying to show something to people. You know, you can still have fun with some used parts, but you really should get some new parts. I ain't gonna lie to you. And I would like to thank my man Daniel for his donation towards the channel and the conversations and keeping me grounded mentally, man. I really, really do appreciate all of that, man. It's very special that you do that for me, man. I really do appreciate your friendship in that manner, bro. Thank you so much. And to my man Motor City Mike, which is actually my brother from another mother, yo, thank you for all the hot rodding tips, man. And if you guys are reading the comment section, man, you gotta check out Motor City Mike's comments, man. He's been there, done that. He ain't really racing like that anymore, but he has all the recipes that you need to do because he's actually been there, man. And he's helping me keeping the hot rod spirit in these Panther cars, you know what I mean? That's why you see me do a lot of used parts and all of this stuff here. Certain things you can skimp on, certain things you cannot skimp on. You get what I'm saying? But there's a lot of things that I'm skimping on, what I shouldn't skip on, which will be these lash adjusters. You know what I mean? But very good guy. And also to my man Auto No Man, he's been really, really solid, man. Thank you so much for all the comments and everything on the videos, bro. Man, I really thoroughly enjoyed that. Now, with this transmission here, this T45, if you guys been keeping posted with the videos and everything that I've been doing on the channel, we installed this thing here and we got it. We got a seal behind it. We sealed it up with this right here, 518. This is my man Paul, and also that's another guy, man, who's been really helping me, man, a lot. You know what I mean? It's just not me doing it all alone, man. All of you guys with your input has been helping me get to this point, man, and I really thank you guys for all the help and assistance and everything that you guys do out there, man. So crack that daggone oil filter if you're buying a used engine from the junkyard, man. Please don't do what I did, man. If you buy something for cheap, remember, you're gonna get what you pay for.